trzeba ciała się widzieć.
You
united.
United!
We the Tibetans are united.
United!
We the Tibetans are united.
United!
We the Tibetans are voiceless against China. We the Tibetans are voiceless against China. We the Tibetans are voiceless
Against China!
Save the environment.
In Tibet!
Save the environment.
In Tibet!
Tibet belongs to
Tibetans!
Tibet is burning.
China is fine!
Tibet is burning.
China is fine!
Stop killing.
In Tibet!
Stop killing.
In Tibet!
Stop killing.
In Tibet!
We respect Chinese lay people, but we are against the
Chinese government!
We respect and love the Chinese lay people. We are against the
Chinese government!
Shame on you, Xi Jinping!
Shame!
Shame on you, Xi Jinping!
Shame!
Release, release. Release, release. Release, release. Release, release. Stop the Khaja genocide. Save the river. Save the river. Save the environment. Save the environment. United Nations. United Nations. We want justice. United Nations. We want justice. United Nations. China, China, China. China, China, China. Tibet belongs to. Tibet belongs to. Long live. Long live. Let the Dalai Lama returns to. Let the Dalai Lama returns to. Let the Dalai Lama returns to. The peace-loving leader in the world is. The peace-loving leader in the world is His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The peace-loving leader is His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Stop Khaja genocide. Stop Khaja genocide. Stop Khaja genocide. Stop the colonial boarding school. Stop the colonial boarding school. Save the environment. Save the environment. Save the environment. Hello. 你是我老子点白鱼，俺的都是那个，也没上涨了，也没上涨给对的了，俺就这里面人。Hello. Hello.你是我俺这点白鱼，啊，他的都是也没上涨给对的了，俺就这个都是那样。我听主委你说了呀，他那俺就没忙给点白白鱼。So, good evening everybody. And today, the Tibetan Women's Association commemorates the 66th anniversary of the Tibetan National Uprising Day in 1959, when the entire territory of Tibet was illegally occupied by the Chinese government, and the existence of the Tibetan states was at stake, and the Tibetan government and the peoples, even when reduced to the point of exhaustion, united and won without hesitation. On March 12, 1959, the women of the three provinces, Khamba, Amdo, and Ulsan, all together in the vast Yake fields in front of the Potala Palace in Tibet. So we all the three provinces, Tibetans, in and outside, are united, and we fight for the cause of Tibet together. So on this day, not only the day to remember by Tibetan women, both inside and outside Tibet, all by both the government and the individuals, and every single individuals of the Tibetan have a responsibility to fight for the cause of Tibet, because this is our human right. This is our right. This is not taking the power from China or something, because Tibet belongs to us. Tibet belongs to us. Tibet does not belongs to China. China is our neighboring country. So if you give us a free country, we will be the best loving neighbors to you, and we will treat you as a brothers and sisters, as His Holiness and all the Tibetan Buddhist philosophers, like from Lord Buddha and His Holiness and all the religious leaders and the lay people, we all are peace-loving country, and we try to bring harmonies under the grace of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, as the world knows that His Holiness is the leader of compassion and love and spread peace in this world. So we, the Tibetan Women's Association, today followed the guidance of His Holiness and the central government and exiled Tibetan Women's Association. We all have the same aim and to achieve the same cause, to get our country back and bring His Holiness in His own residence in Potala Palace in Tibet. So in Lhasa. So that's why now we all are gathered here. So not only the Tibetan women, but also the mayors and brothers and sisters, young children, those who are very much dedicated, and many of them could come and join here today, and many have been hard to come over here, but because of their living, their duties, they could not attend here. But we know that in their heart they have always Tibet, and we all will fight together until we get our country back from the CCP. So that we hope to get next year to have an Independence Day in front of, to celebrate in front of the Potala with His Holiness in Potala Palace, not in the exile government. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has to be in the exile government because of the Chinese government, and not because of the Chinese lay people. Because Chinese lay people, they respect and love the Buddhist philosophy. There are many Buddhist Chinese people who are suffering under the Chinese CCP. Recently we had human rights, Geneva Summit Human Rights held on 15th of February, and we, the Tibetan Women's Association of Switzerland, are supporting or working together with the human rights, and we have a representative there, and this year we have invited Namgila as well. Like every year we invite the bravery martyrs of Tibetan, and recently we invited Gyalola because he already mentioned, and he himself experienced that there is repression inside Tibet, and there is cultural genocide inside Tibet, and they have colonial boarding schools inside Tibet, and his own relatives and family could not stay at home, and they have to go to the boarding schools, and children are taken away from their parents without the wishes of the children and the parents. Can you send your own children to the boarding schools in other countries without the permissions of the parents? No one. I think every parents love their children, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why we Tibetan children also have a mother, also have a father, also have their own mother that is a Tibetan. So we all have a right to learn our own language, isn't it? Yeah. Do we have a freedom? Yeah. No. Do we have a freedom to learn our own language inside Tibet? No. Because why? Because the CCP had forced us to learn the communists, and the communists brings disharmony in this world. Now the Ukraine is suffering, and many other countries, especially like Japan is also one of the severe country, but because of the crossing of net inside Tibet, we could not see on the CNN or in the news channel, because it's all under the Chinese CCP's control. Otherwise, our situation is worse. Millions are dying day by day. today. Many are in presence, so that's why we the exiled Tibetans, we all are Khamba, Ando and Wisang. This is just a name. We all are brothers and sisters. We were united together to fight against His Holiness, and we are united. And in future, until we get the freedom, until we get our own country back, we will fight together for the cause of Tibet. Thank you each and everyone together here. And next we have a speech from the Vice President of Tibetan community of Liechtenstein and Schweiz, Mr. Lam.
안데네 미망 심슈쟁 기타데 강 마마지 페샤 아니 남시 덴데지 이나야 남바 저기 리버티 임체 안데 대표와들이야 아니 스위스 프리미망 기 삽슈데 남바 상물로래야 아니 가서 아니 부셰슈에이 안다린데 나주기 메게랑기 소주슈에디 엔토마 아니 지동국야 노주마고 로리아 아니 문델링 구사 라나다 와마 구사 슈나다 다가제 고랑기 우티베 월리아 그메 할람 마돌하스기 도서니 노블링갈리아 소토도랭기 젤리아 아니 디젤리아 모토네 세종이니 모델이야 아니 하살리아 도서 봄주다 나나시 야나기 아니 베게 마가기 델리아 아니 암도 점고 탱탕부터 차고래 강다르다 이 진송월이야 뭐라 저베기 아니 고팅에 할람다 고야 집어나 할람 참으로 시버레 데이네 야디나 조겐싱에 다 고나조 숨주스 니도 지롱고야 유주월이야 안도스 마세타레 이나무서 캥게 유기래 강다르 로 주다지 나올리야 부사 마모부사 모라 전주나 리베갑리야 모라기 보고 로추 쳔마지오레 이나마서 캥게요나 이기면 캥게요기샤 모라밀라 세네 양기사 이야 부메지레 종아나라 슈베갑리야 모라기 겔차웨 다 두기 부 예 종아나라 통요레 강다르 예 슈에 조다이 안속에 여기 덴탈리아 합절리아 아니 부메기 아니 engedi 할레베 전부 통만에 고추요래 이만게라 숨주 도대네 제리아 이만이 제리아 부메게라 무투주 나요래 이기 월이야 간다를 별쳐가서 무투베게 왜 미리 게라 이 월이야 내가 최초에 가르쳐요라나 야나 CCP 라나다 디두기다 마오세동기 우체베토니 마쇼기 마조기 미유 one nation one dream 라이저와 이 이시도 땅 토요래 마조기 미만 켈란 디월이야 미만 켈란 디월이야 마조기 아무로 무지 야래 도쇼페 토요래 미만 켈란 디월이야 왜다 미세기 더디 야나 공도 이메 야나기 함셰기 월레냐 김세 야가냠돌이야 아니 가서 알아가삼지 갑자기 도요래 아제 강다르 숨주 두대 넘주 먹고 나나시 부메게라 디기 마조기 디디컵량 앞에 통고 미망기 딘낭투 매와이나 할람 디디다 말아주 하리차연이나 쉬스토에 하고 해서 모두 디디인디 통만의 고추백컵리야 아니 거기 보고 망고지기 또 루소르나 소소기 부구연나다 김상연나 상물연나 돈데 또 스나요래 디린데 딱 알아서 할람 로프제 부기다 송지슈에기 디기 고갑차되요래 마음을 못하는 로우지 그래. 예, 뭐야 집에나 다 되네. 배나 도망 이도숨 예외라 대잖아 슝점날이야 배바지요래. 슝점 코란 제소 내배 다제 외리야 코네 파르티네 주엔 이즈 세우래. 다다야 예 뭐야 집에나 야나 슝점날래 배바지요래. 나나 신가서 배배 지소 거이네야. 아니 야나 마슝기 된데 소와다 되게 랍스르다리 뭐 요래. 내내 상황 요신도 안나도 말아주 아주 민물 용시지래 되네야 아주 상황 도사 찍기도니 이거에 내가 전부도 쉬어이 아직 공도 개로 뭐지가 걸음 나왔어 나머지 세나 영물 뭐지 걸어 고집해 두고 그래 영물 뭐지기 누가 여자 상황 또 죽사 버려 나 딜하 또 말해 이네 니 와사쇼기 람도에다 깔로 누가 뼈에 여자 상마 뼈 사와 니 하나야 알아서 셈날이야 하나야 미마 오늘 차와 망시지 요래 이거 못하게 알아서 쉬게 망고지 하나야 못하는 요래 마음말이야 근데 못하는 또 오지 그래 니네 남아서 니네 셈슈쟁이 행해서다 뼈마통에 니네 자기의 돈에 양심이 오고 그래 나머지 상물을 이거 팀제 마음을 내는데 한도에 이거 팀 보고래 아주기 탑재디 대배 탑재진도 아니 슝두래 마쇼 슝기 배나 다리에 잘라 시진민기 호랑기 이마 마오세동기 방디베기 원 내션 원 팀 레디 호랑기 양수 깨수 시기 누가 된 거래 이내양 아주 대나시 갑절이야 안쪽에 누가 뒤에 도사 치기서는 떼어맞고 와이나 아니 로바 갑자기 누가 뒤 가을 조조의 마음을 슈트하고 그래 좋아지는 안쪽에 여가비 우지 딱 우주를 패놓고 그래 얘네들 나머지 다 드린데 소디 부맥이 이 차에 웬디도 부맥이 아니 냉행디 할래백이 디래 내가 전부 여가비 탑재디 미리기 탑재지는 아니 아주 카테디야 아니 마쇼슈 누가 다 zamninal이야 깨라다 갈로 쑥 채슈지 차대도 이로 가서 다들 모든 조로에 가서 슈트하고 그래 이런데 옆에 뱀에 갈아가서 지요래 배마통에 수이네야 이런데 도나치제 얘네교회나 나무들 그리고 팀체 마음벌레 소속이 낭 팀사지나리네 부고 송교 진용 낭다지 에티움을 그러라 나무들 세배나 나무들 스위스 개감을 주대어래 스위스 개감을 에티움을 딜배 계신 부티로 이제 안쪽이 배배기 진용 소속이 낭을 부고 살롱 송교 지난디 대나 벤제 개루무지 몸매기 소요래 하나는 알아서 그 보고 진용이 소속이 낭진을 조금씩 양시지 먼저 지원하시 송격지 진용 낭고래 송도 와라 이낭 신지 애니 남아서 못하는 나로나 아니 근데 이마진 가서 텐데 대타세기 아니 레와 표현으로니야 낭고래 한 가지 가서 주로 라완데 인다이 알아서기 딱 가서기 누가디 표현한 게 가지 마서기 아니 다 나와서기 뒤로 진짜 봐 얘네 아니 가서 로 가져시 방법 부어이네 알아서 이제 수속이 김사나로리야 수속이 진용디 하다다 연나 한 뒤는 신글 때네 나서기 직소이나다 지소나리야 도사 직리들 때네 연구를 선부도 한 도사 직리 되나 아니 자시바 연주바 용다래 때네 남아서 다리 무시모로 돈 부채나 한 그래서 원래 믹스하게 되고 싶어야 한 다들 모두네 계란쪽이 직소기 사소 가야다 아니 단도의聪明네 단대 진교난다 돌아 간에 당고도 이 도삼 쉐로 지슈에는 아주 스위스 프리미엄 직송원에 아니 배구 가르치고도 차로 가르치고도 네 다리 항상 예슈에 또 채나 다인
Thank you so much, the Vice President of Tibetan Community of Switzerland and Liechtenstein, Mr. Kasanla, for your inspiring and encouraging speech. And next we have speech from the Tibetan, statement from the Central Tibetan Women's Association Dharamsala in Tibetan will be read by Mrs. Yimadogala. Yimadoga Tcslབ, please. 아저씨 쪽에 잠시리 대변 진호 공사 김근 개회 홍보 탐색 현지 부침모 지준 잠배 아와로 산시 벤진이라서 시스템 광교 통과미래 이제 상고초로 무슨 구이자 년도 표네 인디르 테베 영어 공배 캐름시 그 시스템 넘버 한 수산 벤션들이 미망기 속슈스 투미 율레 넘버 아니 Kami sokwe sok shu yule namba na chungji mai be sok ta di be namba sangma ta ta do ani diri be mima namba dang ani anju diri be ma do ya sambanyam du yule mima sangma ya ing ka ko ne ani ka tin chi be me gi den di ya o ta sembo nyam du yule ba ta ta me bu sole nyam du sembo namba ya ka tin chi shu ye yi diri di ya ngal ya pemi sokbe songmi imbe chane ani pemi gi landa di lora na songor don di roktan shu choji pemi henzo gi di ri takam lo lesson ye yong pegi pemi ge lang ting tuk chu ru ju be to pegi pemi henzo yong kyas takam chelo chek tong go ge ngap chung go lor pesa yong zo ge shong gi ting ge to先送节的给个吃起了土个熊猫人呢或是没了土个当那是碰了土江去送后面那积极的就这东国的我中儿国到送别去中年人印度什么没办了电视的段度嘛这三八七天的给啥哈些不让不得来这部预给汤金度也是把木东茶忙不论中的那马子是兄弟亲的头是用作挽救结巴是个车位表面的浪浪呢米路住处的住是不可为给亲表示的你们是因这种国家我中儿不到送别车中人结巴真的去送表面男的段点别他最起要做学别表面很早的制度用尽勇气真正能那多了刚送到여기 표면에 속바 모두 속유 제소 표면남 소스 총회 내당 강의 친구 중화인 속바 림베 냠구도 송외 내당 중유 그 직동국의 야주기 실로로 진호 공사기 오름 친초기 갈로블람되고 속바 라수시바당 ödün dinbe tabzu güntü negü togme 공바당 미유 닝장기 리링 bar milushibu rukchuri chu korbuyu yurim dina byogi bimil henzogi dikzu saten yarge juwani zo gongsa gyorum chinchok tang yanggoy bimi genra ba zoor gyurbe yule gongma namdang chongmi namgi ngachi bar sumdur haksam ningjangi yobe ledunla togen cheshi nawe lapchingi jumdeshi yin jino gongsa gyorum chinchok la losim chigi 그 유아메바당 불미 지주라 우와 풍기 슈켄기 지주시강 어된덴베 탑지토 레그 베켄기 루규릉신덴베토 오메람라 샤크 슈켄기 벽에 불미 지주 지구디양 차그유 나차 벽에 불미 henzo낭 산내 예라카 읍중얼구당 총미당 니동 니치직도 타위베 슝지마인베 촉바 닝슈시인 다바르가나 마르시 슝기 sa ten tu jeba ne su mo tu jang ne wo mi ri za me su gyu si ju rap nam rim ba shi la dar ja dan ji me gi ne dang ni ri ji xin ji du du zhe xin yu ta ba du be nang gi pe mi nam ya na ma tu si xiong gi te ne dang dam ta ko ne wo yin che mi gyu we ne dang za zha dang ne yu ji dong gu bian ngap chung er gu ne su ra wang dang si de la ga we pe mi nam ne rang gu rap nang rim ba be we 비와딘 개숑기 고천 나초 비주기 다바르 미탕미 만수 당유바다 군시 변진 군친 죽지바 근데 추기 니마르부치 초게 즈베 유미장레 대바 가서 참이도 그유 다바도 개숑기 담당 시주라 우도 탑세기 베랑 여기 컵나 미리기 된도 无土随着的人类历史难过中有，马赛个兄弟。米里三米数据三个足球的是据摩托进档2米的进送宣告档民间管道密码nam主动去送给了面巴卡过登星机吧能加对落个所做的推出nam落个健康节吧马些马上给到啊整体的落手执行吧大把都这中国的可能马上给到啊17节吧嘞让米里的去拿人兄结果看了看过节吧一些不利来记吧。nam chưa cho cái gì cũng khá là nhâm số chăm hi cho ba bởi vì nam ráng cái khâu bởi sao tôi mẹ bán sum đồ yu gỗ đồ chú chú đồ cá khô đăng chỉ là số bé cha chú xe lệ cái hoa chỉ đang chỉ miêu yi chỉ là bởi thong là chấm linh cái nét sum ba chỉ bởi chính hoặc là chỉ dùng cái khu yêu cái cụ thể là khai phát số thu bé như vậy liên sinh bởi năng cái khu yêu tiên linh này bởi mấy trăm mà sẽ cái gì miền bờ đông châu chỉ đang chỉ cái số ấy tiên sinh này bởi cái chú chú khác là thu yêu đi lối đó đang bởi na từ tiếng lịch sử khơi năng sử dụng cái quy trình chúng ta số này cái na mất xuống cái biểu sa sẽ thâu chế bản này xong bởi na cái sinh na chơi chơi đang để khang ngọc出金党争取切卡刚才的出自三个党争取了争取开口说党的嘛些明明绝对让完了自送没把再往给3年前度内报的就把党一心对天吹着手这里党职位说着那么组织结吧越南克隆把做水把说给呢越南给女军你了多军中华我有了最重要把的你把都参照归把党내 돈들아 니 배고네 디도 삼미바 여기 니 지기 컵칸기 대자당 미망기 좋아당 저와 서무 유바 좀 이시에 기급하기 미망네 장 떠나당 쟁구 구이구로 부구 슈규이 왜난게 부리빈다 남기 닝도 당 심슈라 shum바 미바 게나 슝기 부미 짐베 독숙 쟁기 자주디 시외토 내구 비미이바 이랑당 막주 슈규이 chỉ cái gì chấp sĩ cái câu chuyện đó, cái nào mà xong cái bữa đầu tiên bé sẽ chơi lạc đó, năng tăng so là cái gì thôi, vì mình chỉ cái dùng này bữa cái tiền bé thấp chơi đó, bữa nào ngồi ở này tăng thôi, chỉ cả tăng số đồ cái lệ. Liên người rất là gì mà biết hoàn tiền, bữa cái cái nhau sĩ tập là cái gì thôi, rồi đấy cái bữa năng cái chỉ mang đồ cho sinh yêu. Mong bằng 벽이 비밀 행정에 벽이 때문에 탑주기 레고용을 학 비구인바 최신 때문에 타파도 벽을 탑주단 지외 레고 지킬 수 나와 그리 근다 남배 누슈 직직이 권에 겹교 냠슈 벽에 슈규당 로디낭 공사 여름 신청이 구역고든 당답들 최선 벽이 변다 낭 튼지 담치 직직이 누바냐몽기 권에 가공 예미 최신 좀내 같은 수탑라 내고봐 이자 냉구 수규인 학동도 벽이 댄시 미리기 체도 집에 루소 춘제 르동난 경기게 지바오당 바오남기 바장 인도라 제수이랑 당자 학주당 거진지된 수규마세 나당 야마시 숑기 담자오 그도 양당 용심바 남기 저와 밀람디다 남이야 말락바 루프토바 제꾸니 만초요가 밥기 용계시인 대배 밀로 죽주리 주시버링 예지나 벼들라 장딩 겹돌난 캔용라 벽이 비밀 행선에 구급 비규 인외내 도지지 수교당 내 마음발 겹교로 모두 용화 수교인 다된도 비밀하나 미배 우치 진호공사 염관가 여름 친초 구지 셔베 개가 된지 토기 시공 타다 형기 주바당 벽이 된다 요도 세네 시지 비밀 남경내 요도 냠숨요 에미된단체 벽이 비밀 행서 의지급 균례 강내 벽에로 니동 개당 업중하니 첼로 니동 니슈대가 나와 선배 최중년이라 어제나 어제나 도시구로나 어제나 무티네 예 베르와 단데 아니 니마라 도시나 한데 줄라 digital and implementation the statement and law so law. Okay. So I'm going to read the statements of the Tibetan Women's Association on the 66th anniversary of the Tibetan National Tibetan Women's Uprising Day. Today, the Tibetan Women's Association commemorates the 66th anniversary of the National Tibetan Women's Uprising Day in 1959, when the entire territory of the Tibet was illegally occupied by the Chinese government and the existence of the Tibetan states was at stake. The Tibetan government and the people, even when reduced to the point of exhaustion, united as one without hesitation. On March 12, 1959, the women of the three provinces gathered in the vast Dilpuyelke field in front of the Kodala Palace in Lhasa, in the capital of Tibet. This was a day of great significance, marking the 66th anniversary of the massive women's uprising against the illegal occupation of all of Tibet by the Communist Chinese government. This is not only a day to remember by Tibetan women, both inside and outside Tibet, but also a historically significant day for all the Tibetans. A day that should be remembered and commemorated by both the government and the individuals. Tibetan Women's Association was continued in Kalimpong, Darjeeling, and the Gangtok in exile to preserve the organization re-established by the capable women of the three provinces of Tibet, Kham, Amdo, and Uyghur together. So in 1984, under the guidance of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, the organization was revived. It has now been 66 years since its initial establishment, maintaining the original aspiration and objectives of the struggles for the Tibet's cause. The growth and strengthening of the Tibetan Women's Association organization during the period of primarily a result of the great achievement made through the dedicated services as the Tibetan cause by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and especially the elders, executive members, and our elder brothers and sisters, and the members of who have taken great responsibility throughout the different periods. TWA is the only Tibetan Women's Association that maintain unwavering faith and devotion to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, conduct campaigns for the Tibetan cause with historical significance, and follows the middle way approach. The Tibetan Women's Association is the oldest non-governmental organization with 59 regional chapters and more than 21,000 members in and outside Tibet. Up to now, the Chinese Communist government has continued to implement various policies aimed to eradicate the Tibetan people under the oppression since its invasion of Tibet. The situation has been deteriorating day by day, particularly Tibetan inside Tibet are living in a critical situation under the consistent oppression and the strict control by the Chinese Communist government since 1959 due to the various peaceful movements by the freedom-loving Tibetans. The Chinese government has used different weapons to kill more than 1 million Tibetans inside Tibet, and the 11th Panchen Lama and the countless other Tibetans have disappeared without a trace. Moreover, due to the Chinese government repressive policies, Tibetans inside Tibet have been driven to self-immolation for the sake of their nation and people. Furthermore, the Chinese government continues to hold malicious and brutal policies aimed to exterminate the Tibetan people. The Chinese government has established separate boarding schools for Tibet, forcibly enrolling Tibetan children where they are politically interrogated and culture assimilation, particularly the monasteries and nunneries, communist ideologies is deeply ingrained, and Tibetans' ethnic religions and cultural activities are not allowed. Additionally, Tibetans officials are not permitted to participate in the religious activities. Tibetans are also restricted from traveling to the one region to the another region, from Kham to Amdo, Amdo to Uzang, Lhasa. So the upper, middle and lower regions are not allowed to move inside Tibet. The Tibetan plateau is commonly referred to as the third pole and has the potential to significantly influence global environment trends. The stability of the environment in Tibet is not only crucial to the Tibetan people, but also serve as the basic for the life of 1.5 billion people in Asia, especially the Chinese people. Particularly the water resources. In January of this year, the main cause of the earthquake held in the Shikatse regions, the disasters of Tibet regions, was identified as the deforestation, mining and construction of numerous dams along Tibet's major rivers and waterways, which has been ongoing since the Chinese Communist government invasions of Tibet. The construction of new dams along the Mekong River has resulted in the forced relocation of the Tibetan to other areas without regard of their freedom of movement and residence. Additionally, various nuclear and other weapons-related factories have been polluted the environment caused by those actions, including the degradations of the environment. The Chinese Communist government must immediately cease its ongoing destructions of both the natural and cultural heritage of Tibet. This issue is not only about the well-being of Tibet and its people, but it is directly related to the security and livelihood of Tibet's neighboring countries, including China. Therefore, we urge the people of Asian countries to pay attention to this matter, as well as we all call upon the international community to take this issue seriously and provide support. Nevertheless, we applaud our Tibetan brothers and sisters inside Tibet who continues to carry the peaceful protest against the communist government, brutal actions towards the Tibetan, maintaining their courage and determination without wavering. Due to the changing dynamic of international policies and China's policies in Tibet, Tibetans and organizations worldwide have conducted various campaigns and advocacy efforts to raise awareness about Tibet's cause and the actual situation inside Tibet. As a result, international support for resolving the Sino-Tibetan conflict has been growing year by year. In particularly, the Tibetan Women's Association has successfully conducted numerous multiple campaigns at the international levels. We have formed convenient about the Tibet's Women's Association will continue to carry out even more campaigns for Tibet cause in the future until we get our country back. We express our admiration, praise and gratitude for the heroic legacy and courageous spirit of the patriotic women, men who sacrifices their precious lives for Tibet and their people. We also express our solidarity and respect, condolences to those who have suffered and continue to suffer under the communist Chinese repression. We the current generation must never forget these matters. It is our present duty to praise their courage and ensure that their hopes and dreams of reuniting Tibetans inside and outside Tibet are never lost but realized. and we will achieve one day. Soon we will achieve if we are together. The Tibetan Women's Association would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have supported the cause of Tibet in the international community over the past 66 years and request your continued support in the future until we get our country back from the Chinese Communist government, our hometown Tibet, and bring His Holiness the Dalai Lama to the Tcslab Palace to reside himself in his residence in Lhasa. Free Tibet! Hey Gelo! Hey Gelo! Hey Gelo! Yaur mujhe kuze tilo temasho. Yaur mujhe kuze tilo temasho. Stop culture genocide.
In Tibet.
And
So next, I would request the representative of European Tibetan Youth Association president to give a speech, please. Kamala.
Good day everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Today, 2 days after Tibetan National Uprising Day, we gather to honor Tibetan Women's Uprising Day. We gather to not just remember, but to reaffirm our commitment to the ongoing struggle for freedom, justice, and human rights. March 12th is a day of courage, resilience, and defiance. A day when, in 1959, Tibetan women stood up against the brutal Chinese occupation with unshakable determination. Today, we honor their bravery and continue their fight. 66 years ago, in the streets of Lhasa, thousands of Tibetans risked everything to protest against the Chinese invasion and illegal occupation. They knew the risk, yet they stood strong, demanding freedom for their homeland and their people. Their voices were met with violence, but the spirit was never broken. Many were arrested, tortured, or killed, but the resistance lit a flame that still burns in our hearts today. The struggle is not over. It lives on in the countless Tibetan women who continue to resist oppressions in Tibet. We have, for example, asa(nchlep), who was arrested for 15 years with other Tibetan nuns known as the Drapchinans for a peaceful protest, arrested for saying 2 lines: "Long live His Holiness the Dalai Lama" and "Free Tibet." Despite enduring years of brutal treatment, they refused to be silenced. In the face of immense suffering, they secretly recorded songs of resistance within the prison walls, which have become a symbol of resilience. There's also Namgila, who was here in Switzerland just a few weeks ago. She has been arrested when she was only 15 years old for holding up a picture of His Holiness the Dalai Lama and shouting slogans. And also, despite the brutal treatment, she never wavered. And today she's in exile, sharing her brave and so important story with the whole world, reminding everyone that the fight is far from over. Their sacrifices remind us that our fight is not only about the past, it's also about the present and the future. How can we ignore children being separated from their families? How can we turn a blind eye on the cultural genocide? We simply cannot. We stand here today to amplify their voices, to demand justice, and to let the world know that Tibet is not forgotten. We stand against the Chinese government's systematic erasure of our culture, identity, and language. We reject their lies and their attempts to silence us. We will not be silent. Let us keep fighting. Let us keep raising our voices. Let us ensure that the stories of our people resonate in every corner of the world. We will resist until we can return to a free Tibet. Vergalo! Vergalo! Vergalo!
Thank you so much for your inspiring speech. And next we have from guest Ms. Norton Pamela. Please give the speech.
Hallo. Ich bin Nordin Themas. Ich freue mich, dass ich zu diesem Anlass im Namen der DSF sprechen darf. Vorgestern begingen wir den 66. Jahrestag des tibetischen Aufstandstages. Am 10. März 1959 protestierten Tausende von Tibetern in Lhasa gegen die Anwesenheit der chinesischen Streitkräfte. In den Straßen von Lhasa halten die Stimmen derer wieder, die seine Heiligkeit der Dalai Lama vor der Bedrohung durch das chinesische Regime schützen wollten. Doch das kommunistische China ging mit brutaler Gewalt gegen die friedliebenden Bürger Tibets vor. Die Lage spitzte sich zu und 2 Tage später, am 12. März, gingen mutige Frauen in Lhasa auf die Straße. Schließlich suchte seine Heiligkeit der Dalai Lama Zuflucht in Indien und floh vor einem Regime, das gegen alle Vereinbarungen verstieß und über 1 Million Tibeter in den Tod riss. Heute, im Jahr 2025, ist Tibet immer noch eine der am meisten unterdrückten und isolierten Regionen der Welt. Jedes Jahr verschlechtert sich die Lage, da die chinesische Regierung immer härtere Maßnahmen ergreift, die darauf abzielen, die Identität, die Einheit und den Geist des tibetischen Volkes zu zerstören und unsere Existenz aus der Welt zu tilgen. Diejenigen, die sich als Tibeter identifizieren, werden aufgrund ihrer Identität zunehmend misshandelt. Freedom House stuft Tibet als die am wenigsten freie Region der Welt ein, vergleichbar mit Syrien und sogar noch eingeschränkter als Nordkorea. Die chinesischen Behörden haben weitreichende Überwachungssysteme eingeführt, die nahezu jede Facette des Lebens der tibetischen Bevölkerung unter die Lupe nehmen. Die Regierung überwacht regelmäßig Telefongespräche, SMS, E-Mails, Sofortnachrichten, soziale Medien und andere digitale Kommunikation. Sie setzen fortschrittliche Technologien wie Gesichtserkennung, Gangerkennung, Videoüberwachung und künstliche Intelligenz ein, um ethnische Minderheiten zu identifizieren und der Polizei zu ermöglichen, Personen in Menschenmengen schnell zu erkennen. Unabhängig davon, wie brutal und gerissen das kommunistische China sein mag, wird unser Widerstand in Tibet und darüber hinaus so stark bleiben wie eh und je. Die derzeitige chinesische Regierung unter Xi Jinping tut alles, was sie kann, um Tibet und seine Kultur zu zerstören. Doch Tibet wird wieder einmal über die Zeit triumphieren und unsere Nation zurückfordern, in die unrechtmäßig eingedrungen wurde, was zum Tod von über 1 Million tibetischer Brüder und Schwestern geführt hat. Wenn wir heute zusammenkommen, um unsere Solidarität und Unterstützung zum Ausdruck zu bringen, werden wir zur Stimme unserer Brüder und Schwestern, die unter dem chinesischen Regime in Tibet leben und der Rede- und Bewegungsfreiheit beraubt sind. Von dieser Plattform aus versichern wir unseren Brüdern und Schwestern in Tibet, dass wir als Tibeter und Freunde Tibets in der ganzen Welt an ihrer Seite stehen und unseren Kampf niemals aufgeben werden, bis die Freiheit in Tibet wiederhergestellt ist. Tibeter und Freunde Tibets, unsere Zeit wird kommen und wir müssen unseren Kampf gegen den grausamen Xi Jinping und sein Regime fortsetzen. Nach dem Gedenken an den 10. und 12. März sollten wir uns noch mehr dafür einsetzen, unsere Freunde, Nachbarn und jeden, den wir treffen, auf die Situation in Tibet aufmerksam zu machen. Wir sollten unsere Präsenz in den sozialen Medien verstärken, indem wir die Handlungen von Xi Jinping und seiner Regierung anprangern, die das Leben unzähliger tibetischer Kinder ruinieren, werden wir hier sprechen. Wir müssen unsere Position als Bürger unserer jeweiligen Nationen nutzen, um unsere Bedenken gegenüber lokalen und staatlichen Vertretern zu äußern und sie zu aktiver Unterstützung für Tibet zu ermutigen. Lassen Sie mich Ihnen, meine Brüder und Schwestern, Mut machen. Unser Kampf für die Freiheit mag lang und schwierig sein. Aber trotz der Hindernisse, die sich uns in den Weg stellen, werden wir niemals aufgeben. Jeder Schritt nach vorne bringt uns einem freien Tibet näher. Wir bleiben stark, stehen fest und kämpfen für das, was richtig ist. Und geben niemals der Angst und der Tyrannei nach. Ich werde bis zu meinem letzten Atemzug für Tibet, mein Land, kämpfen. Möge seine Heiligkeit, der 14. Dalai Lama, ein langes und gesundes Leben haben und möge unsere Wiedervereinigung mit unseren tibetischen Brüdern und Schwestern sehr bald stattfinden. Lasst uns alle gemeinsam für ein Free Tibet eintreten. Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Free Tibet!
Regalo! 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 Ich danke euch.
Danke vielmals, das Nasenrad. Next. 디지벌람 주주의 그런 것에다 아니 지수 넘어 지수 넘어 소셜라 지수 넘어
속실라도 지수 넘어서 대표로 나수에
지수 넘어서
나도 지수나 내 뒤에 페로나
렌즈 자세라를 제별을 솔로줘요 나대 가와야 가족의 기원함 여자분들도 제경와드 너나 공부제를 세워게 세세자의 정확한 진실 용서야 제멸랑 간제배 대산의 육도 자와스 나무 죄인 사는 내게가 조선도지도 다 될지도 내 놈의 내를 따라기 내매매랑 예매유루쇼
Tcslབ 근데 줄라 근데 또 소비션에 뜻이에요.
그게 green 소주 원시고 본데 때랑시가 그러면 지수 넘버 Tcslབ 비밀만 주기 소주 세민 넘버 나 현재 마음에 처박하게 보지 잠깐만 신기 내가 남시 빈대실라 한 디스트네 팽에 용라 얘기 양견님 타번에 토지체 수행이 마음과 가는 디스트네 불편을 해서디 레뷰 관리시켜야 얘기는 몇만나서 다다부터 나서 마음과 얘기 나로나 수행이 하나의 단지 시원한 시에 가는 분명 신경 마음시켜서 한 단자聪明的 일어나서 그 수행이 하나의聪明的 중에 예배나 맞게 가다 토익하게 좀 쉬우티게 하나의 동시에 사람들 전화 용해가 되게 예배나 한테가 일어나러나 수행이 상물로나 인가반의 토지체의 수행이 대결로 Tcslབ